Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel for another spooky speed build. Today we are building an industrial loft for a werewolf, because as you all know, this month of October I have been having a lot of fun making builds specifically for the different occult sims that are offered in The Sims 4. So far we have done a spooky witch hut, and we also did just a little spooky suburban house because I was feeling it. And I don't know what I'll do next. Maybe I'll do a spellcaster's house or something like that. But let me know what you'd like to see down below. I do have not really a vampire build, but I have spooky builds for all month coming up. There's a pumpkin patch that I got help building on stream with you all, which I'm super excited about. So make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can stick around and check out what we're building. This build, honestly, I was like, holy shit, it's so fugly. Almost the entire time, and then all of a sudden I went into the debug catalog and I was like, holy grail, and I think I fixed it. Again, if you disagree, totally okay, please don't tell me. Very sensitive. I had a really tumultuous day, and it's early, it's like barely noon, because my dog had to go to the vet, and the vet was like, yeah, she may have tore her ACL, and then she was like, we're gonna have to do an x-ray, and the x-ray is like really expensive, and so we couldn't do it today. And they're like, yeah. And then, of course, because I'm like a doom kind of person, it's really a bad trait. So I'm like, okay, how much does it cost to get a dog's ACL repaired? $6,000. So I did like any rational person would do. I called the pet insurance company where they were pretty much like, yeah, sorry, tough turtles. We don't cover that. Booty hoo. And then I called a different vet, and she was like, literally, please calm down. You're information dumping on me. I'm like, okay, you're so right. And then I went on Amazon, and I bought a brace. And yeah, so that's where we're at. The dog seems fine. She's like happy. It's my sweet Peach. She seems happy, but, you know, it's scary, and I don't want her quality of life to be bad, but I also don't want to be poor. So if it comes down to it, we'll do it. But I cried about it literally for probably 2 hours, and then I made a little mini charcuterie plate for breakfast, and now I'm recording a video, so it could be worse. I also was going through some of my shorts from my lives, and I forgot the other night we were on live, and we were like just kind of fucking around like we always do, and then all of a sudden I accidentally murdered someone, and I do say accidentally because it was an actual accidentally. Oh, there, I cut it because I was going crazy, but I cut out all the landscaping. And that building that you see right there is not a real building. That is a debug, show live edit object kind of thing, which I just thought came out so cool. And then what you see here is I'm using these pallets from debug, and I'm going to make a fake pallet bed. I thought it was so like innovative and creative. I built this a few weeks ago because I was so excited for spooky season. And like, I still am sitting here, I'm like, wow, that was actually really impressive. Like, very, very cool job on my part. If you disagree, totally okay. No big deal. But again, I don't need to know. I've had a tumultuous day. And I have an assignment today, a role play, because I'm in a sales class. And it's my final one. It's the last one of the semester, the last one of my college career. It might be the last one I ever do. And I can't lie, I'm so excited for it to be over with. I'm definitely having a major case of senioritis, so shout out to all my graduating girlies. But I am like very much an overachiever in school and whatnot, and at this point, I really don't care. I just want my piece of paper, I want to take my cute little graduation pictures, and I just want to like move on. So I don't give that many fucks, which might be bad, but we're making it work. I used a lot of industrial loft stuff when I was doing this build, and obviously a lot of stuff from the werewolf pack. But if you want to know my main inspiration, I was going for like, you're gonna see I put in a really nice office at some point. I was going for like Christian Grey meets werewolf, and I understand how idiotic that sounds. And even saying it out loud and knowing I'm going to have to watch this recording back and answer for all the things I said, both on the internet and beforehand to myself while I'm editing, I don't care. I stand by it. I didn't actually make the werewolf. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll do that on like live in a couple weeks. Just for shits and giggles. But like, yeah, basically I wanted a BDSM sexy werewolf to live in this modernized industrial loft because this house is actually not super expensive because all of the landscaping, all the debug, everything you see outside is free because it's like a fake object. And it's pretty small. It's only a 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. I mean, obviously it has an office. You could make that into a 2nd bedroom, but like, does this look like the kind of house where you're just raising tiny tots? No. I love those little wall decals that came with the werewolf stuff pack. Oh, here we go. So this is going to be the office, and I ended up doing an archway. And I was thinking he was, like, mob-esque. Like, maybe he's, like, some super powerful attorney, or, like, maybe he is, like, in the mob. I don't know. Clearly those are, like, 2 different things, but man's got the monies, and he has a... You just know he's fancy because I put his desk in the middle of the room. When I was a kid, there were, like, things that made me think that you either had, like, money or power. Your desk being in the middle of the room was one of them. Wraparound driveways, definitely thought you were making some money if you had a wraparound driveway. Even if it was dirt, I just thought it was, like, really dope. Swimming pools. If you had a pool, I thought you were pretty rich when I was a kid. Where we used to live, it was really common for people to have really extravagant gates and driveways. You could literally live in a little shack, but if you had a gate or a driveway, bam, you were that bitch. You were that bitch, and that's that. So, anywho, that's what I was imagining for my little werewolf. I actually talked about the build for like 2 seconds in this, so you can't hate on me because I have the tendency to not talk about my builds ever. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I actually use concrete flooring, and I'm pretty happy with how it came out. The entryway is a little cramped. At some point, I was literally building this, and I was like, wow, I really wish this was fucking bigger. But it just wasn't. It is what it is. Leave me be. I was living my best life. Did I manage to fit those in there? Oh, that's so cute. That's the fun thing about building and then not looking at your build for a little while, because you are, like, surprised to see what you did. Oh, back up to my little bed. I was so impressed. Like, I knew from the get-go as soon as I saw those pallets, I was gonna have to do that. I did playtest it, and it was working, but I had to scoot it a little bit to, like, finagle it and make it work. But the version that I put on the gallery, it does work. As far as I know, if it doesn't, please let me know. Or don't. I don't know. I just scooted things, and I was loving this, like, burnty... I don't know if that's burnt orange, or, like, it's very fall-esque. I'm in for the fall vibes. I say that, like, I'm into the fall vibes, but I've genuinely tricked myself into being ready for holidays way before it's time, because I was in Marshall's the other day, and I just could not resist the urge to buy Christmas dog toys. I bought a Martha Stewart wreath and garland set, but my mom said it was a good price, and she said just buy it, see if I like it, because it will be gone. That's my most toxic piece of advice I've ever been given comes from my mom. Shout out to my mom. Love you, Heather. If you're in, like, Marshall's or TJ Maxx or HomeGoods and you see something you like, normally the rule of thumb when you're shopping is, like, leave it, come back for it. If you're still thinking about it after you left, that means you really like it, go get it. Unless you're at Marshall's or something like that, because if you go back, it won't be there, so buy it. But, like, the likelihood you'll actually return it, like, that's me. I'm like, I'm gonna buy this and just, like, see if I like it. And then I come home and I rip it out of the box. I'm like, this was definitely a purchase I needed. No, it wasn't. Like, who let me? I'm even putting in a little bathroom. The bathroom is a little out of pocket comparatively to the rest of the build, but I think it's because I was going for, like, this is a converted loft. It used to actually be a factory, and then, you know, Mr. Wolfie Gray just came in with all his money and made it spectacular. I don't know. It made sense in my brain, and that's not saying much, but we are going to go ahead and furnish this little kind of patio side thing. Obviously, we need a telly. Since we got telescopes in the game, that and the bee boxes, I'm just like, you know what this needs? A telescope. You know how many people I know who actually have a fucking telescope? I had one when I was in, like, 2nd grade. I got it for Christmas, and I never fucking used it. I think I used it, like, 2 times, but I'm just saying, I don't know that many people with telescopes. If you have a telescope, please let me know down in the comments. How much do you use it? Why do you have one? What does an astronomer even really do, unless you're, like, employed as a working astronomer? Because I don't know. Oh, I hope I didn't keep that. Oh, I did. Okay, questionable choice on my part. More wall decals. They're everywhere. But don't worry. I know I spun around a lot in this build, and it's, like, all sped up. But we are going to jump in to the game so we can look at a live tour. And I will see you guys in just a second. Okay everyone, as you can see, this is our finished build, and as I know I cut out all the landscaping and whatnot, but I'm really glad I did because it took me so long to kind of fiddle and pick what I wanted to use. I'm not someone who uses this style of building, this kind of landscaping, and or this amount of live edit objects normally, so it did take a while, but all in all I think it came out really good. It's like very lived in, and this loft, if you can believe it, is only a little over 28,000 simoleons, because this is all fake and there's not that many walls. So I'm pretty impressed with that, but we will go inside the build. Of course, there's lots of trash, lots of beware signs, because I thought he liked the ambiance and the quiet, even though he doesn't live like a pig. He lives like a dog, and my dog lives a luxurious life. Ask Peach and my new puppy. But you come in, you have this beautiful little entryway with an entryway table. I am a whore for an entryway table. And again, these burnt oranges I thought really looked nice with the kind of brick pattern I used. I believe this is the brick from the Werewolves pack, and there's a couple like cracks on the wall and stuff because the building's old, you know. And then that's why I stuck with like the older appliances and countertops. These countertops are from the Horse Ranch expansion pack, and I just liked, you know, the mix of like older and more modern elements. Like, I do truly believe this looks like a factory that's been converted. As someone who's never been to a converted factory, I have, however, watched a lot of YouTube videos, so I'm pretty sure I'm almost an expert in terms of the qualifications needed to justify this. And then, of course, we have just a little office. Looks really good. I really like these paintings that came with the pack. I thought they were kind of dope. And, of course, we have the only bathroom, concrete floor. Oh, that's embarrassing. Literally, no one saw that. That was so embarrassing. But this is, again, that's even more embarrassing. Oh my god. Okay. Anyway, so this is the entire bathroom. Again, concrete floors throughout the little factory area. And then you're going to head upstairs, and bam. I sized this rug up from, I believe, the Werewolf Stuff pack. And I just thought it looked really good. Like I said, I was really trying to mix like more modern pieces and elements and have that industrial look while also looking like, you know, it's got some character. And I really like this mural, again, from the Werewolves pack. And again, all of this is from Debug. And I like the idea that he has like wolfy omens. I don't know if that's the correct term, but I tried. And then, of course, just a little outside area. In reality, this little patio area would be so nice to have, like, just a couple chairs. I try not to just put, like, sitting areas in my Sims houses because it's the fucking Sims. And they already will not eat dinner at their dining table. At least when they do it in front of their TV, they can watch cartoons. But I'm not having them walk clear across the compound I build for them to sit in a rocking chair. You know, that's irritating. But that is the entirety of the build. Again, if you like this build, there are plenty more spooky builds I've done this year and plenty more to come. This is available on the gallery. My gallery ID is Tiana305. It's always in the description box down below. And if you would like to keep hanging out with me, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and comment down below what else you'd like to see. Drink your water, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.